Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Sunstar, and today is Sunday, which means it's time for another Sun Energy Tarot reading for the week ahead. Before we begin, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're really getting things going over here. We're getting into a groove with our weekly energy tarot readings. I used to do this on Instagram, and now I'm doing it on YouTube, so thank you, YouTube, and the YouTube community for welcoming me in. And thank you to everyone who's followed from Instagram to YouTube. I know it's a big ask, but I deeply, deeply appreciate it, as I'm going to try to put some of my energy here. As I always do, we have 3 pick-a-piles. Okay? And we have 3 stickers that are guiding our wisdom. Now, when I pull out these items, stickers, stones, whatever it may be to represent each pile, it's not necessarily that the energy of each item is what the cards are about. It's more so tapping into the energy of each item so that your intuition can be directed and pulled to whichever pile of cards fits your needs for the week ahead. Our first sticker is the Margarita sticker. And that's all about being in our celebratory feelings. And then we've got the People Be Gone sticker, which I absolutely loved. And this is for the people who are doing that inward journey right now. All right, we don't have time to deal with others. We're on our own inward journey, so we're focusing there. That's pile 2. And pile 3 is Pusheen with a crown. So this is all about being in your personal power and being your own sovereign being, which no one can shake without your permission. So that's pile 3. So go ahead and pick whether 1, 2, or 3, which pile are you called to? I'll give you a minute to do that. So as you think about which pile is yours or what you're called to, if you haven't already, I'm gonna lead us through 2 very important tasks. First, our femme rituals. Second, a breathing exercise to ground us and prepare us for our tarot. Now, I always did these rituals on my Instagram, and they kind of became a personal practice for me. So I hope that we can bring them into this YouTube channel, and they'll be accepted in here as well. So we're gonna light our candle and dive into those. As you see, I've already got some gorge candles lit back over here. So those candles are guiding our way, but let's light this candle to set our sacred space here today. So we light this candle, pulling in all of our energies, all of your energies of whenever you watch this video, here into the now. Knowing and trusting that whenever you find this reading, the wisdom will be exactly what you need. And when we light this candle, we alert the realms that we are going deep into spirit realm. And what happens in this spirit realm can change our physical realm. So mote it be. As mentioned, we do some femme rituals around here, that's what I call them, which involves some lotion, lip gloss, chapstick, lipstick, and some face spray. So I'm gonna be using my Evers handcrafted lotion, Soul Body Butter Lotion right now, to warm up these hands that you're gonna be looking at during this video. Your hands, warm up your hands. Get some lotion and rub them in. Our hands do so much for us day in and day out. Give them some love. Let's give ourselves some tender care, rubbing each finger, giving our hands just a moment of our attention, slowing us down so that we can be present, be aware, be in the now. Thank you, Ever, for this amazing, amazing lotion. Go check out Ever's Handcrafts if you haven't on Instagram. And next up is our lip gloss or lipstick or chapstick. Something about making your lips so juicy. There we go. Gives you something nice to look at. And finally, hydrate that skin. Many of us live in desert climates or dry climates. Not necessarily me in Portland, but the hydration of the skin just preps us. And those rituals are about honoring the feminine in each of us. The feminine in my queer lineage, in my witch lineage. And so I love those rituals, and I hope we'll get to do them regularly here. So now we're gonna take a couple of breaths with this rattle. And this rattle is made from elk and bear hide by one of my community members with some horsehair at the bottom. And it's in the shape of a heart because we need to be grounded in our heart space to really see the change we want to see in this world. So if you join me in 3 breaths together, we're gonna breathe in and breathe out. And on our 3rd exhale, I want us to make some noise. I find when we make some noise, it brings us present in the moment. And then we'll go into our tarot readings. So, ground yourself, get comfortable, whether you're on your sit bones, or you're laying down, or you're standing and walking. Get to a place where you can relax for a minute. And let's take our 3 breaths. Ready? 1, breathe in. Breathe out. 2, breathe in. Breathe out. And this is our 3rd one. Our exhale, make some noise. Breathe in. And out. Woo! That breathing out really wakes us up. It alerts the body, not just our spirit guides, not just our energy. It alerts the body, wakes us up, and brings us present into this moment. So, today, I'm so excited for our weekly energy reading. We had 2 jumper cards, y'all, that I just have to share with you. One came from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck from Colette Baron Reed, and one came from the Passages Oracle. Yes. And we're always using Angela Mary Magick's Moon Baby Magic Tarot deck for our main tarot guide. Okay, I had to change the lighting because things were shifting outside. The sun came out to play with us for our sun energy reading for this week, y'all. And I say sun energy reading because it's the sun's day. It's Sunday. The sun is leading us into the week. So this is why I call it the sun energy reading. What is the sun teaching us about the energy of the week ahead? Okay. As mentioned, we had some jumpers. I had 1 jumper from the Colette Baron Reed deck and 1 jumper from the Passages Oracle deck, okay? And they were very interesting. So from the Colette Baron Reed, we have Not For You reversed, and then from the Passages Oracle, we have the card Direction. And these work so beautifully together. The Not For You says, don't chase something that flees from you. There are other goals, there are other opportunities, there are other lovers, okay? So if you've been pursuing something and it is just not, it's been coming up with red flag, block, you can't get here, you can't do this, that is the universe's way of saying it's time to change direction. Stop forcing yourself ahead with this relationship. Stop forcing yourself ahead at this job. Pause, recognize that you are tired, over it, done with, there's nowhere else going, and let's look for some new direction. These 2 cards together are a beautiful message about listening. Listening to yourself, listening to what spirit is doing, listening to your guides, listening to where your intuition is telling you to go. Stop pursuing things that are not for your betterment, that are not in alignment with you. Let it go. Don't hold on to it so hard. Because you're gripping, you're unable to see the way ahead, unable to see the light forward, unable to see the clear directions that are literally waiting for you to open your eyes. But because you're so attached to whatever you're refusing to let go of, you are unable to see the direction out into the next best thing in alignment for you. So that's just the energy that's already working us, y'all. Already working us. So as I said, time to pick our pile now. So you have the Margarita sticker, you have the People Be Gone sticker, and you have the Pusheen Queen sticker. Remember, Pusheen is about our own sovereignty and our own personal power. The Be Gone is about we're done with people right now. We're on our own inner journey. We don't need advice. We need to know what we want on the inside. And then last but not least, let's celebrate. Let's get out of our feelings and be in the joy. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is our Margarita card. And I was feeling so jazzed up. I pulled 2 tarot cards for each deck and each pile today, y'all. So let's dive in. Our first Angela Mary Magic card is the Devil, Control. Okay. interesting with the Margarita and the celebrations. And then we have the reversed Knight of Lasers. Let me pull up the meaning of the reversed Knight of Lasers. Diffuse. So we've got the keywords control and the keyword diffuse. Very interesting here. So the devil is all about making those choices, the choices that are reaping the consequences of the choices that we already made, right? So Margarita, if this was you, if you were called to those feelings of celebrations and to really get into your own happiness and joy, it is time to release some of the control and recognize that you're where you're at from months ago's decisions, and then diffuse those emotions that are coming up. Interestingly enough, we're on opposite moons. Love that. But we'll get to that in a second. So again, the devil card says, we've been controlling ourselves too much. We've been trying to really, understand why we're in the situations that we're in. And when you're having trouble releasing and celebrating and getting into those feelings, that's because you're too controlled. You're micromanaging yourself. Can we get out of our way for a little bit? Let's step out of our own path and really become an observer as we walk through, and stop trying to control every little direction we head, and recognizing that things are going to come up that are outside of our control, and it's okay. It's going to all be good. It allows us to keep it moving, and it allows us to diffuse any angst that comes up and any frustrations of past decisions. So this week, be the observer, Margarita, okay? If you were called to this sticker, your word is observer for the week. You're going to observe when intense feelings and emotions come up, and you're going to pull back a little bit, and you're going to say, hold on, I need to not be on myself so much about this. You're going to diffuse that energy. Don't allow it to just spiral out of control with you, okay? We've got this yellow orange or yellow greenish color. Yellow is about communicating. Green is about the home and abundance, about the job and the life that you want to live. So are you talking about the things that are blocking you? Are you communicating about the struggles that are coming up, or about things that are rearing their head from months ago? If not, it's time to get into that and pay attention to these controlling urges and this intense, overwhelming feeling of dread that may show up for you this week regarding your home life, your love life, your work life. And whenever those things come up and you're overwhelmed, diffuse that energy. Take a breath. Come back to the rattle. Okay? It's really important that you do this. Our moons, the moons for the devil is the waning crescent moon, keyword manifestation. And for the Knight of Lasers, diffuse, the moon is the waxing crescent moon, protect and nurture. So essentially that's saying that because we are able to diffuse, this is the protecting and nurturing that we have to do for ourselves when we get emotionally intensified, when things are coming up that we weren't expecting. We got to diffuse it. So we got to protect and take care of ourselves. And then we need to manifest ways out of this. And we need to manifest more healthier ways of controlling things, healthier ways of managing our lives. Are you working on routines? This might be one of those things, okay? And this pink red color says you gotta love yourself, and you gotta reconcile for the moments, the past moments where we made wrong choices for ourselves, or choices that took us down a road that we weren't ready for. We gotta be okay with that. Breathe through it, okay? It's all right. And the red says that you have the love and ambition and endurance to get through all of this, to get through the struggles that are coming up for you, okay? Our passages, oracle support, our hidden messages. When we can pause and diffuse this energy, secret messages from our guides, from the birds, from the trees, from the universe are gonna come through. Meaning and understanding will be had once we can pause with this night and diffuse our energy and our upset emotions that come up because of this devil card, okay? So look for the hidden meaning in there. And last but not least, doing this is going to give us a leg up going forward. Love this together. So we got to Ride the waves this week, Margarita, okay? Ride the waves this week. Be ready to engage your high, intense emotions. Don't be shut down by them. Engage with them. Move through them like water, and that will give you a leg up. And then hidden messages. Messages from within are gonna come up. Things will align and you'll start to see them. Pay attention to the synchronicities, okay? That's for you, sticker, or for you, stickers. That's for you, Margarita sticker. Love that. People be gone. Those of us who are on the inward journey, let's see what we've got for you, starting with our Moon Baby Magic Tarot cards. First up, bam. Ooh, I love this one. This is the Queen of Waves. Queen of Waves or Queen of Cups, this gorgeous humpback whale on an adventure. And the reversed word is shallow. You've been being real shallow. That's why this is such beautiful magic. That's why we're on People Be Gone. People be gone. You've not been wanting to dive deep with people this week. You haven't been wanting to dive deep with people last week, the weeks before. So you've been keeping it real surface. Real surface. The reason you're turning inward this week, People Be Gone sticker, is that there's a deeper emotional landscape that you need to explore. This inner world, the knowing of who you are right now in this moment has been really shallow. Things have changed. The routines we had, the people we were months ago might not fit right now. It might not be what we need to do right now. So why are you being shallow? Dive deep into who you are as you turn inward this week. Really journal it out. What's changed? Who am I? How am I different? Do I like this difference? Have I been having problems with this? Why? We all shift and grow and change. Change is inevitable. Growth is intentional. Dive deep this week, especially when you haven't done that before. That pink color says, love yourself. Reconcile the times when you couldn't go deep with your own self because you wanted to go into other stories or you weren't ready to be vulnerable with yourself. Well, guess what? It's time to be vulnerable this week. It's time to be vulnerable this week. This moon is the waning gibbous moon, and it's about releasing expectations. Let go of who you're supposed to be. People be gone. We don't need you. We're letting go of who you think I am. We're letting go of who I am to impress you. And I'm going to be who I want to be. I'm going to be the me I want to be. And in order to learn who that is, I got to dive deep. Our next card is the Eight of Waves, Fantasize. Oh, I love these two together. That purple color speaks about that intuition, that inner knowing, our spirit guides, wisdom. While we dive deep, instead of being shallow this week, let's go in a little bit deeper. If you're living in the shallow end, why? Just ask yourself that question. I'm not telling you to do anything that's uncomfortable for you, but why are you living in the shallow life? Dive deep. Go in. Go in and see what's there, okay? And this Eight of Waves, Fantasize, says the world is your oyster, as they say. Everything is before you. It's ready and waiting for you. Can you imagine it? Because if you can imagine it, it can be. And we're under a waning crescent moon, manifest. So manifest the inner landscape that you want. Manifest the emotional responses you want. Manifest the deep, rich, internal life that you want and see it come true. Beautiful message. That's why we're getting away from the people this week. There's a lot going on for you in here. Be okay with that and be ready to journey outward, okay? See what's there. This is great. Let's see what our passages, oracle messages begin the journey. Magic is real. I love it. Begin. No time like the present. Take the leap. Take the risk. Jump into your internal landscape and see what's there for you. Fantasize about all the possibilities and see them come true. Just begin. Just start. You're the only one holding you back. And trust that the truth is coming forward for you that you need to know. Okay? Truth be told, it's not going to be easy. Truth be told, what you might find might not be cute. But there's so many possibilities with this 8 before you. All you have to do is begin, and one of those roads will be illuminated, and one of those roads is going to be the road that you want to walk on right now. Okay, so while you're turning away from others, turn in and really open up that internal landscape to the magic that it could be. Oh, I love that. So our last pile, certainly not least, is Pusheen with the crown. So this is all about our sovereignty. So if you need to stand in your power this week, if you're wanting to literally be your own sovereign being, these messages are for you. Starting with Moon Baby Magic. We got the Ace of Caves, treasure. Right now, the key to remember, or the piece to remember, is that you are your own sovereign being. You are a creature that literally is oozing power. There is a treasure inside of you that the world needs to see, that you give to the world when you stand in your power. When you say, no, I'm done saying yes. When you say, guess what? I'm prioritizing my needs right now, not yours. Thank you so much, but this is my time. When you do that, you discover the treasure within. And there is a treasure within waiting to be picked up, like this penny. Pick it up. It's an ace. You've got all this energy right now. So you have the strength to keep going, to push forward to find this energy. So if you've been struggling on your own personal power or not believing in it, you're unsure of if you're actually a sovereign being and how to stand in that power, well, this week, you have the energy, you have the oomph behind you, the magic at your fingertips to say, yes, I choose me, I choose my power, and I stand in that. I love that. And this green background says it's time to be abundant. It's time to focus on the home and focus on our job. And really, what are we creating? Is it rooted in our own personal power? Or is it rooted in power sources outside of us? If it is, that's not helping you. It needs to be rooted from within. Seek the treasure from within for your own power. And this moon is the first quarter moon that says when you get confused, when you get lost, turn to your divination so that you can find the way through. Turn to the guidance, whether it's cards, talking to a friend, your dreams, your inner intuition. It will lead you where you need to go. Our next Moon Baby Magic is another caves, 4 of Caves, self-soothe. You got to take care of yourself on this journey of sitting and standing and owning your power. Being who you are, a sovereign being who says, here I am. I know what I need. You don't know what I need. That's the treasure and joy of standing in your power, but it's real scary sometimes because other people who don't stand on their power are constantly trying to tell you, no, that's wrong. You don't need to go there. You don't need, okay, that's cool and great for them. It's not about them. This is about taking care of yourself in your own ways, in your own personal power. How do you take care of yourself? If you don't know how, you should find out. Maybe that's part about what's been blocking you from when standing in your power and being your own sovereign being. What narratives do you have going on in your head that say, I can't be a sovereign being, I can't be powerful? We need to get rid of those. That's not helping self-soothe. That's dragging you down. 2 greens also. So this is big stuff, home energy, big life stuff, finances. How are you participating on all of those things? Are you being active or are you being a passive participant? When you're standing in your power, we don't have time to be a passive participant. That doesn't mean that we're always trying to force things from the universe, but that means that we know that when we ask the universe for things, we've got to take action. We can't just stand there. We got to move, we got to groove, we got to make, we got to shake, okay? Take care of yourself while you're learning to stand in your power. And that moon is the waning gibbous moon, release expectations. You're going to be as amazing as you are, period. You are going to be as amazing as you are. Yeah, I know I ended a sentence with a preposition or whatever, but that's period. You are amazing as you are because you are. Okay, our passage's oracle message. Ego. Ego is a really important thing. Ego gets a bad rap. Let's remember that ego allows us to occupy spaces that maybe we think we're not supposed to be in, or that we know we deserve to be in, so we take some pride and we do this. Ego gets us through things. Ego gets us to the other side where then we can examine, do I like how my ego is presenting itself? Do I like how I'm operating? Or do I need to pull back? Do I need to shift? Do I need to change? Ego is not always bad, and it's wrapped around our heart because we use our ego to really take care of ourselves. So it's a really beautiful, also pink and green throughout all of these cards. It's a really beautiful heart-centered message for you this week, Pusheen, when you're standing in your power, okay? We're looking for our treasure, which is our personal power. We're self-soothing, we're taking care of ourselves, we're setting up boundaries, we're setting up routines, we're being really gentle and self-care oriented, and understanding that when certain things come up that we may not love about ourselves or about our ego or our outward persona, it's actually there protecting something. Why is it there? When did we put it in place? Do we need to go back to that moment and release, release, release? I like that. And last but not least, soulmates card. This is about falling in love with yourself. So this journey is about falling in love with who you are and all of the things that have become you and why they have become you. It's about all of that. Fall in love with your personal power. Be the sovereign being you are. And if people cannot take that, say thank you and move along. When you're standing in your power, you're taking care of yourself, you're recognizing why you have these coping mechanisms in place and really working with that so that your heart can shine through, and you're falling in love with yourself. And you're not apologizing for the strong person you are. Okay? Period. You're not apologizing. You don't have to anymore. All right? You're standing in your power. That doesn't mean you squish people along the way. That's why we examine how our ego is functioning in our life. But what that says is that you don't have to apologize for doing what's right for you when others can't do what's right for them. That's their BS. Let it live with them. Don't change your steps and your actions because they can't be big enough to exist in the world that you live in. What a beautiful reading, y'all. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll be seeing you here next Sunday. Please find me on Instagram, find me on Facebook. Thanks for being here with me, y'all. And although we extinguish this candle in this physical reality, they burn on the goddess's altar beyond. I'll be seeing you next Sunday. Bye.